Most people think they know the full story of Mercedes-Benz history until they come across the one model that breaks every rule, defies every timeline, and leaves even seasoned collectors scratching their heads. That car is the so-called 1977 Mercedes-Benz W112, a luxury machine that technically should not exist, yet somehow does. And once you uncover the truth behind it, the entire timeline of Mercedes' flagship era starts to look very different. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most confusing, controversial, and strangely hidden chapters in Mercedes history. The W112 was officially produced between 1961 and 1967, but decades later, cars began appearing with registration years far beyond that window, including the mysterious 1977 examples. How did a luxury flagship from the 60s suddenly reappear a decade later? And more importantly, why was nobody talking about it? The W112 wasn't just another classic sedan. It was the ultra-luxury monster of its era, the unofficial S-Class before the S-Class. It came with hand-built interiors, heavy chrome, advanced engineering, and an air suspension system so ahead of its time that many mechanics today still avoid touching it. This was a car for diplomats, elite businessmen, and powerful families who preferred silence, comfort, and status without needing to brag about it. And that low-key prestige is exactly what makes the 1977 mystery even more interesting. Some say these late-registered W112s came from leftover chassis built years earlier. Others believe they were part of diplomatic fleets that only hit public records much later. A few collectors argue they were privately restored or rebuilt during the 70s using original parts. The strange part? No one has a single confirmed answer, and the debate has turned the W112 into one of the most quietly discussed legends in classic car circles. But the mystery doesn't stop at the dates. The W112 was infamous for one thing: the air suspension that could bankrupt owners. It offered a cloud-like ride, but when something went wrong, and it often did, repairs became a nightmare. This was one of the reasons so many W112s vanished from the roads. They weren't destroyed, they were abandoned, forgotten, left behind because owning one became more demanding than owning a modern supercar. Fast forward to the modern era, and things flipped. Collectors started hunting W112s again. Prices rose. Survivors became treasures. Even the controversial 1977 units turned into conversation pieces for hardcore enthusiasts who love decoding automotive history. Today, a clean W112 doesn't just represent luxury. It represents a mystery, a debate, and the kind of rare automotive story you can't find in any official Mercedes brochure. So if you're ready for a deep dive into a car that shouldn't exist, a forgotten king with a timeline that refuses to make sense, this is the video you cannot afford to skip. Hit play and uncover the truth behind the 1977 Mercedes-Benz W112, the luxury ghost that refuses to stay buried.